Hey, I'm in Batate again and I'm going to see Anthony McCall Solid Light. So let's have a look together and leave your comments as below. Like always, I really love watching them. So the first room I walked into had some idea, basically like the journals and the concepts of the space you're about to walk into, where Anthony McCall would use the concept of film projectors and cinema and that kind of glow that you'd get off, which you can see now, and how it would be an interactive space. So I went into the room after that and it had a video that lasted a little bit longer than I wanted and didn't get very into it, to be honest, but I did try to sit through it even though a lot of people left. And then I went into this room and I was intrigued, but at first, I'm not going to lie, when I walked in the room I was a little bit because I could just see people more using the light to take selfies and make it as perfect moments, even to a point where one person was taking out a little teddy and doing selfies. It was just, I thought, I can't stand these things that are very much about just like about taking a picture and making it Instagrammable. However, I was completely wrong, and I'm one of the first people to actually say when I'm wrong. So at the moment you're probably wondering, what are you looking at? Well, that's a bit how I felt, and I'm just giving you some raw cut footage where I was kind of fascinated, where I could see smoke. You can see me looking like, oh, and then realised that you could step into this. So I'm starting to explore a bit more now and realised it was this, I want to say smoke, but I've got asthma and it wasn't affecting me. It wasn't smoke. However, I did hear somebody who worked in a Tate talking to someone else, and in the days in the 70s it would have been actually cigarette smoke trapped in with a light. However, I'm not sure if they used a dry ice or what they were using, but it didn't, as I said, it didn't trigger me, which was good. And I started just to play around with the smoke and can go in. It does get a little bit more explorative in a moment, and I started to actually play with looking in the actual bit, and you start to realise, there you go, that once you actually go in the smoke dome and you look around at this line that's actually changing shape continuously, and as that changes it traps the smoke differently, you're kind of trapped in this vortex, as you can see, of light out when I've just popped out. And I'm walking around the dark room and you get these fantastic effects. This is a picture I took, as you can see, where I was trapped in the smoke within the light and people on the outside, and all of a sudden my shadow, everything became a bit more interesting. So I shouldn't have judged straight away, as I said, walking in going, oh okay. Once you start to explore, once you get involved, but it's much more interesting. You do have to immerse yourself within. You have to get on the floor, kind of be a child. And that was something I really did enjoy. I found there's a lot of men, grown men, who was in there who actually seemed like they were really enjoying it and actually almost reverted to being children. You could see boyish faces and people really playing around, and couples like there sitting on the floor and actually just immersing themselves within the experience, which was beautiful. And I started playing with the lights and the shadow, and it became a very surreal, peaceful experience. And then the shadows it would cast, as you could see behind the projection of somebody who was standing in front of it. So it was a two-way sensory being that you could engage by watching the people who, like there, somebody who's actually viewing within the sound and the light, and then you could be within the sound and the light. And one of the things it's advised is to look at where the light's coming from to get this actually trapped in feeling of these spheres of light and shadow. So I did really enjoy this. I found it very, very peaceful. I've got to take membership, so if I'm in the area I definitely probably would walk through and just try to enjoy that peacefulness again, the same way as I would look at Mondrian, for example, as well. It just is abstract, it's peaceful, it just gave me something I really did enjoy. I hope this has gave you something just to enjoy watching. I feel like you could play this back, mute me talking, and actually put a really great, for me, I'd have frequency music, some kind of sound scape. Maybe you would want to listen to Pink Floyd or something, but I feel like it's definitely a video. It's just giving great effects, even playing back, editing, doing the voiceover, talking to you about this. And I was just really enjoying the piece of it, and I'm enjoying playing with it, as you can see with the smoke here. I went to this exhibit just because I had a free morning and didn't expect this was going to be one of the ones that I was actually going to cover, because I felt like I've covered a lot on the Tate at the moment, but they are really doing some wonderful shows at the moment, so I really would say explore them, have a look, and I hope you have enjoyed watching today's video. Otherwise, please leave me likes and comments as always, and for the person that actually last week's video said for me to speak up a little bit more, hopefully this is a bit more clearer for everybody. If you find you do have any problems with sound or anything, do always let me know, and I'm happy to make sure things are perfect for you, because that's what I want. I'm about to walk over to this bit now where you will see a little talk on the thing, so let me shut up and let you listen to that, and we will say goodbye.
This has a certain drama to it. As it completes itself as a kind of and of course there's no surprises, everyone can see where it's going, and then they kind of begin to quite eagerly wait for it to complete itself. You can watch it however you want, but I'd recommend perhaps try standing with your back to the image and looking toward the projector and see what you see and go from there.